Streaking down mid, it's Body and Kenny, and both of these players are going to try and put some pressure. Taz, you AFK, my friend, down he goes. Okay, doesn't expect Kenny to be there, who's just lining them up, knocking them down along with Body. The two aggro players down mid, but Bialy, he's angry. Doesn't matter. Anger doesn't get you anywhere. Shox finishes him off. Pasha is there to trade things out, but this round very quickly going south for VP. They've got to try and find some frags on these players in mid, because right now the bomb is trapped on Neo. He's getting boxed in from behind, and down he goes as well. Pasha going to find himself 1v3. He's looped all the way around back over towards A, but the A site without the bomb is like a picnic without sandwiches.
And what is that?
Just terrible.
Okay. The thing is, they know exactly that he can be pretty much anywhere on the map right now. They're aware that he pushed up towards B because he got that pick earlier, so they know he's coming back for that bomb, and they should be in position just to close this one out as he starts to worm his way down towards middle, in towards that T-spawn once again. 3 players are going to be needed here for Pasha. It's a tall order. And he's going to come into contact with Apex very, very shortly, just playing towards that bench position. But it's actually Kenny S, I think, who will spot him out first, just peeking over towards the stairwell. MBK peeks out, bad timing for Pasha, looks back away, but he will get spotted, and this should be it. This should be the make or break. Kenny comes in from behind, Pasha trying to chase a one-on-one, but Kenny is there, and G2 will pick it up fairly clean cut. Looked very dangerous.
He can open anything up over here towards B as he rains D shots down range. Pop Flash comes in, he's about to perish, and down he goes. Kenny, however, going to face a similar fate, and Apex trying to trade things out, going to fall at the hands of Snax, who's now on 2 frags. It might not be the big apple, but Snax is hungry, and MBK, well, he's over towards Pick, got to try and hold these players back off the site, but it doesn't matter because Neo is there, penetrating through his face hole.
Bomb down as well. This is an almost undoable retake situation for G2, considering not only the weaponry, but the amount of players the VP have left standing. Shox coming in from short, might be able to drop Neo, but he's already playing passive. Does go for the fight though, and that will give a free kill back in the favor of G2. Now things start to look doable. No utility left, and Body's going to be dinked as well. Down to 3 HP, caught in the open by Bialy, and Shox now alone, trying to move back in towards his site. He doesn't have a kit to play with, just seconds remaining, but Bialy will shoot him in the face.
Actually going to rotate back round. The timing couldn't be worse as very quickly the Polish are coming, charging in through the smokes here in towards this B bomb site. Body just rubbing their shoulders as they head on through. The nade finds a whole bunch of damage. Finally, he realizes that he's face to face with Taz. Only finds one, but it's Kenny to do some damage. Back and forth, but Kenny's still alive and kicking. It Shox in from CT to back up Kenny. 3 frags for him as he...
The angle. Pasha just trying to worm his way through the smoke over towards B. Might be able to catch out one quick player here, but the smoke just going to be down. And what is happening? Running in through is going to be Shox. Does not hear the shots next to him for some reason, and that gives a free kill to Pasha. Man advantage going further as well. Snax will drop a second player, trying to give the AK over to his teammate. Bialy running away, does not want to pick that up. Will finally drop back down towards the back of Apps. And G2, 2-man disadvantage, but Pasha's just pushing in alone. I'm not sure why he's really going to do that, trying to fake things out over towards B, but all it does is leave still 2 players towards the A site for G2. They're well equipped to deal with this one, but we still have a man advantage for VP.
Yeah, now they got the crossfire set up. No one over here towards Library or Arch to watch for this cross, so VP could actually just make their way in through CT spawn, but it looks like they're fairly dedicated out towards A. The smoke's going to go down for Library, but to no avail. MBK in from Pick, got to be the difference maker, but he can't connect anything, just pinned down, fighting for his life, trying to stay alive, clinging on best he can, doing the damage. Does get one, but now he's out of ammo, switching out to the CZ. Taz finds the frag, it's all on Body, who instantaneously going to find himself 1 versus 2 coming in from Arch. Bombs ticking away. He doesn't have a kit to play around with, so time is of the essence. Sneaking on around the corner, doesn't spot out Taz. The crossfire is going to be monumental here. Does find that first head, but he's got a couple more left to click on. Both players coming in for the peak, and down he goes. Yeah, right now VP just stacked up outside of this A sign, loading all the eggs into one basket. Don't want to risk spreading their forces thin. This might allow Body to make his way in through Banana, but it doesn't matter because the Blitzkrieg is here as they just push in towards this site fast and thick. And well, it's going to be Kenny to go down first. Apex next to follow, and Shoxy trying to do all he can with the scout, only finds a little bit of damage, a tipple down ranges. He is very quick to be dealt with by Taz. It's all on Body. He's got some utility, has a UMP, but he's 1v5, very far away. And he's just going to try and save. This will be VP to finally win 2 consecutively. And
we'll actually catch VP off guard if they do commit towards A. But oh, Shox, what? Gets 2 kills there with the AWP. 1 bullet, backs off towards the site, and he doesn't even need support towards this side of the map. VP had been crushed, and now suddenly this pistol round going to start to look a hell of a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, you can see the bomb's ready to rotate back around. Neo wants to get the hell away from Shox over towards that B bomb site. Bialy is out and in pit, locking down A. bit by bit. And well, Smoke's going to go down and lock the players out, but already they're rotating on round over towards short. Body's checking middle, there's no one here. It's Snacks up close and personal to try and watch the Smoke. He's actually going to go through and might catch them off guard as Kenny going to be the first to go down. He then hears that Body's there as well. Body does find the refrag, however, now Apex and Body coming up through mid. Shox is rotating around through Banana, but he's going very, very slow and steady on this rotate. Had so many angles to clear and also didn't want to risk giving the AWP away. We might actually not see them go for this one. Time's ticking down, but they've got to find an entry soon because they don't have a kit to play around with. Bialy will be swiftly traded out by Apex. It's all on Neo, 1v2. A lot on his plate here, but he can make it work. Just holding the angle up in out. Takes the peek, finds the first. Shox is to get the refrag. Pop flash going to come out. Shoxy watching the angle is going to be feeling the full effect of that. And out comes Neo swinging. Down goes Shox. Any round very preemptively over here towards B. And it's a good read considering there's 3 players right now over this A bomb site. Or is it? As a twist of fate means that Snacks and Pasha now rotating back round over towards A. Only 2 players here to try and hold down the 4. MBK, though, he's doing just that. Picks up the first frag over towards Pit. Both players being in here could catch VP off guard as they look to find the first. Apex says no, as does MBK. These 2 players just combining, and they're going to mop things up between them. 4 frags right now, and it is all going to be on Pasha. 1 versus 5, runs out of time, and now they go hunting. There's a Pasha biceps in the corner. He's going to get 1, and he stays alive. But a rotate on round, and Shoxy finding Neo over towards Banana. Pasha does them the courtesy of putting it back into a 4-on-4 at least, as he just completely annihilates Kenny S there over towards mid. This is going to get them some presence out towards this A bomb site. You can see Body positioned in CT up towards the Speedway, can rotate on round at the drop of a hat. Apex, once again, just loving being high as a kite over towards this A bomb site. Now hopping on down, playing things passively. VP, they haven't made any sound. Trying to sell this as a bit of a fake potentially. And well, as MBK finds Taz, it's no mystery. The jig is up. The push going to be coming on in with only 30 seconds left. Time was the essence last time. And well, Bialy able to find the first. Apex going to try and hold the fort, but he can't. Does get the martyrdom kill, and then in comes Body. Dispatching of Bialy once again, all on Pasha. Time running out, but this time he's got the bomb to play around with at least. Should be able to get it down on the site. Going to smoke things off. Goes for the plant, but they're just going to rush straight on through. You got to watch out because Shox is there, still alive and kicking somehow. Goes for the no-scope, down goes Shox, Pasha biceps. It was incredibly close, but Body, he says no, finds the frag with the USP, gets the defuse, and that could have been the clutch of dreams. That could have been the most Pasha moment you've ever seen.
Now VP, they're going to start to make their way up towards the safe site. Neo's been spotted, picking up that AWP off of the body of Pasha. Smokes will go down towards Library and Arch, and that will grant them a free passage in towards this safe site, as long as G2 don't contest through the smoke, and they will. Running in through is Kenny, a ballsy move, but Snacks will catch him off guard, allowing VP to equalize, but it's still 20 seconds left on the clock. They need to get this plant down. MBK peeks out in the open, fully blinds the opposing team, and does manage to get himself 2 kills, but Bialy spraying away. 2 for him, almost converts it, but does get the final shot off into Apex, as Shox is now left in a clutch situation. But it's not doable. Snacks catches him out, and VP, they got themselves a 7th round on the board, looking to continue it. Setting themselves up towards middle. No banana control once again. It just seems like they're not putting any pressure towards this side of the map, but Taz, first pick up in mid. Kenny S to trade, and he does get aggressive. Maybe a bit too big for his boots there, I'm not too sure, but at least he has a crossfire to trade him. MBK drops Bialy, but Snacks is again re-peeking for more. It's just trades back and forth. Apex finally taking it back for the CT side, and leaving it all on Neo.
Yes, Apex in mid, looking to try and mop this one up. Tired the Frenchman's mistakes, but this time it's Neo round in the corner, stuck between a rock and a hard place as Body and Apex. They combine and they find that frag. Molotov raining on in, and we can see now the smokes and flashes pouring on through after. Body's got his work cut out from the rotate already coming on round. He's got to buy time for these players to get into the site. Instead, he's going to fall on back, and playing it this passively, he has to stay alive now. He's given up the site. The only advantage is now they have a 4-on-4 in the retake, and he doesn't go down, which is the best scenario for them here. Bomb has been planted though, so G2 going to find themselves on the clock. Kenny trying to land the wall bang there, but retake well and truly underway. It's Apex to find the first 2. Things are heating up over towards this B bomb site, and all the heat radiating off Apex as he's on 3. Body looking to try and pick up 1 more, but Snacks does 1 better. Going to pick up 2 frags for himself as MBK and Apex coming on through. Apex is on 4. He's looking for the ace. Bialy down on Banana, cowering in the corner, waiting to see for the defense to come out. Apex with the ace. There he is. Finally going to get it. That'll beat G2 to pick up their 6th, and that was one hell of a first half. We'll be back.
Sorry, going to be forcing their way up towards middle. It's a bit of aggression from the CTs down towards Banana, but it's held back with a hefty use of a Molotov from MBK. No aggression from VP just yet. It's just Neo peeking out into second mid. And finally, Pasha, he's going to make his way down. Nice shot there onto MBK. One quick kill. And there's a couple more down towards middle to hold off his position, such as Apex. But Pasha, he's looking in for more. He's hungry. Neo lands in the headshot. Pasha drops back in. Say hello as he removes the head of Apex. And VP doing exactly what G2 did on their pistol round, just rushing all areas of the map, leaving just Shocks pushed up. But frankly, I don't expect this to happen.
Yeah, they call him Shocks because he's simply electric. Making his way out through mid, going to turn it into a 1-on-2. Both these players peeking at the same time, but he's using the pillar perfectly. And Shocks, what are you doing, my man? He's going to be able to turn it into a 1-on-1, but then there's Taz. And well, he says no to that down Banana, and that's probably the worst case scenario here for VP. You can see that quickly trying to rotate. Snacks in through CT to join Taz over here towards this B-bomb site as G2, the conga line of death. Pasha does find one at mid, at least in the form of Apex, but now the remaining 4 players pushing out over here towards A. Snacks goes aggressive, and okay, through the smoke, does lots of damage. Leaves it on Taz, however, to try and mop this up, and there we go. Once again, the man, the myth, the dad, the legend. Now focusing his attention over towards balcony, Bialy is here. If he goes aggressive, we could see Shocks try and find him an entry. He's going to go for the full bang on the boosted player, but no one is there. And actually, Bialy tagging back through, trying to answer back, but it's Neo to find the first. Apex hits the deck. Shocks does get the trade, however, in return, it is going to be a 4-on-4 off the bat. They gain control of mid, but now just going to fall on back. Bomb still dropped very passively down towards Banana. You can see 2 players pushing on up in the form of Body. Kenny's there, both here trying to make this work, and while Body finds the first, Snacks now through the smoke, finds one, but then there's MBK instantly in retort, and that's the B-bomb site cut in half and opened up. And now Bialy and Pasha rotating background fast as their legs can carry them to try and retake this bomb site.
Not an easy task with an AWP either. They do have a kid on Pasha, but with a man disadvantage, I'm not expecting too much here. G2 might have another round on lockdown to try and bring this one back. As Pasha worms his way in, the smoke soon to dissipate. G2 have no more utility to hold them out of the site at all. Bialy smoke down towards Banana will allow Pasha to at least focus on the site for the time being, but still, if he's going to commit to this, he needs to hurry up. Time is low. He gets the pixel shot. Kenny S goes down. They need to clear the pool, and then they should be okay. There's only 1 player left. Bialy takes down the second, and they should know Banana's got the final player. It's a peek, but Bialy lands a shot, and he even has the kid on Pasha's body. Time for the defuse, and VP, they're going to pick it up. Wait. Oh, in fact, contact, because VP are not peeking at all. They have a passive crossfire, both Snacks boosted as well as Taz there. Good nade, they just do some chip damage, but now they're going to just charge on in. Contact indeed. There's no way that VP had a clue that this is going to be the site-taking question, but Taz mows down 2 kills. Snacks as well drops a second. This is going to be very, very scary for G2. They need to get back into this one. A smoke shot from Body does take down Snacks, but still they need to get this bomb plant. They're in a man disadvantage. They can't allow VP to get control back of the site. It will be planted. Kenny S can back off, and now 2v3. G2 need to hit their shots.
Yeah, don't have much utility to play around. We do have the smoke, which could render one of these players useless at least, or be used to smoke the bomb just to put pressure, but Kenny, as he takes that aggressive peek, Neo will hit the deck. A 2-on-2 ensues. Pasha and Bialy, the 2 players, have to try and clutch this out. Kenny going to be chipped away at Body as well. Both these players playing it very passively. The crossfire set up as Kenny smokes himself in. Nade's going to go out. It does find some damage, but it's Body to try and clutch this. Bialy gets one, and now Kenny hiding in the smoke, biding his time. Bialy desperately trying to connect a shot in through the smoke. Kenny's tagged down low. Bialy taking out the knife, swinging it around. What the hell is this? Bialy finds the frag. But there's not enough time left. G2, they still pick up the round. They live to fight another day. I think that was the one meant for Pit, so all of a sudden things get a little bit more difficult. Bialy's boosted himself up to see over the top. Finds 1, finds 2 from the very, very adaptable positioning there. Now falls on back, and it's still doing damage towards this Snacks and Pasha. They combine, find 2 between them. It's MBK in a 1-on-3 over towards Arch, fighting to keep G2 in this.
Bomb is still in the open as well. With 2 players towards the site, this is going to be very, very difficult for MBK. Does need to get himself a quick 1v1, but with no trade potential as well. Pasha's going to be close, but so is Bialy. I think he just spotted the barrel there. Actually going to move one in. The worst timing possible. He needs to check this corner. He does. There's one. Spots Pasha too. He actually knows what's up. Taz is coming in from the back and pushing him very fast as well, making a fair bit of noise. MBK should be able to take it, but Pasha, a brave peek there coming up from the site. 10 looking extremely likely as only 2 rifles are fielded from the Frenchman.
Yeah, VP's so close to breaking the curse. 7 rounds lost out of the last 7 they played, and 7 rounds lost in a row on this map. Straight out through mid, though, as the Frenchman look to go aggressive, trying to catch them off guard, but Pasha finds 1, finds himself a second, finds a third as well. There's no stopping Pasha Biceps. Yes, there is. It's Body. Finally deals with him. But still, the damage has been done. Bialy just has to buy time for the rotates to come in from this B-bomb site, and he's doing so much damage. Apex going to be tagged down low. He's seen better days. body coming up from short as well. Going to be spotted out as Bialy does the damage. It's all on Apex, who walks into the constant stream of bullets. Couldn't bear life any longer, and that'll be VP breaking the curse.